First, roll out your balls of clay to the size you like. Then shape it out. Make the bottom pointier and the top a little bit flat. Now take a dotting tool and make an indent for the heart. Now it's time to just smooth it out with your fingers so it looks organic. Take your time with this step and it should look like a heart. Now we're going to make the indentations on the sides of the donut. Use a small dotting tool for this. You can start out by making little dots and tracing it to make it smooth. Now for the fun part. Take a toothbrush and go crazy with the texturing. Keep sandpaper underneath to maintain it. Time to color the donut. Start with a pale yellow and begin dusting slowly around the edges and work your way inside. This is the first layer. Try to make it as smooth as possible and don't get it in the indent. This will be your base coat. Now move on to a darker yellow and again start with the edges and slowly work your way in. You'll see the colors layering. Third coat will be a light brown. Be careful once you get to the darker colors because it will be too dramatic and it's hard to remove. Keep this mostly around the edges with a little bit in the center because it'll look baked that way. The lighter colors should be pretty much everywhere, whereas the darker colors should be on the edges. You can put a little bit on the top and bottom of the donut. Lastly is the darkest brown. Make sure you're very soft with this, otherwise it'll look artificial. Now let's make the frosting. Take some TLS and put in the purple chalk pastels. Mix it with your dotting tool until it's smooth and even. Now spread it onto your donut and maintain the heart shape. You can use your dotting tool if this is a little bit difficult. Make sure to leave the edges clean and it should look something like this. Time for the toppings. Roll out pink, light pink, and red into little logs. Make the same colors into mini balls as well. Now cut the logs so we could make the sprinkles. Remember, this doesn't have to be perfect. In fact, it'll be more realistic. Just make a few of each. And it'll look like this. Now, take your needle tool and place these sprinkles randomly. Make sure to leave a little space because we'll also be adding some heart sprinkles. You'll feel like you're decorating a real donut, which is pretty cool. And how neat does that look? Now take the balls of clay and indent the top, much like we did to the donut, and make a mini heart sprinkle. This is super tiny. Make them in all the colors. Now take your pink and mix with the TLS and we'll be making the frosting for the second donut. Make sure you mix super well. Get all the chalk pastel in there as best you can. Again, repeat the same process and spread this onto the donut. It doesn't have to be perfect, but don't leave a lot on the border. TLS is a little sticky, so spreading it at first can be challenging. And there you go, it looks nice and smooth. And that's the pink donut. For the toppings, take a pale yellow color and roll it out as thinly as you possibly can. This will be our fondant frosting. Cut off the ends and make them into little snakes that you can place on with your dotting tool. Take your time and space them out. Continue that all the way down. Now, take a little ball of dark yellow clay. This will be the center of our fondant flower. Press it down. Place it with a toothpick at the top of the donut. Place all of the 5 or 6 petals. Using the same color, take the ball and roll it into little ovals. Then you can use a toothpick or needle tool to stick them around the base. And there you go, a little flower. And there are our cute little donuts from Krispy Kreme. Happy Valentine's Day, everyone!